Welcome to Self-Development Network. It's your guy, Big. Thank you for tuning in once again. This is a very valuable video. This will change your life. This will open up your mind and help you create a new feeling state within yourself. And today's topic is, what are the symptoms of self-development? Now, self-development has many different names. You have metacognition, you have knowledge of self, you have spiritual growth. Those are all the same things, because when you are looking for self-development, you are actually growing spiritually. You are getting to know yourself. You are understanding who you are. The biggest thing to understand about your spiritual journey is that you will face hardships, you will face some type of turmoil, because you are reprogramming your subconscious beliefs. And, it took me a while to really understand what was going on and how to really maneuver through life and, take the experiences that I've gained and reflect on them and actually learn something from them. While you're on this physical plane, all you do is gain nothing but experiences from cause and effect, the intention and the result, So like when you understand those things, those basic terms of cause and effect, you will be able to manipulate your reality however you want. It's just all about understanding how to go about it completely. A term that I heard during my spiritual journey that I never understood what it meant until I really start reflecting and really understanding that everything that happens in my life is from me, whether it was good or bad. I created each and every moment. I created each and every scenario that I've been through. And the term is, you have to learn how to die with inside the body before you can ascend spiritually, before you can actually move on in your life and be able to manifest the things you want and the things you desire. To die inside your body really means just reprogramming everything you believe subconsciously. And that's the first step of your spiritual growth or your self-development. When you actually sit there and you reflect and you think about the things that you've done throughout your life, when you look at the course of your life and how it has played out, when you see how everything has played out, as far as when you was in school and when you graduated, and when after graduation, whether you went to college or you just went straight to working, or you was like me and went to the military, you see how these things played out, and everything that you have done, everything that you believed in led you to that point. So understanding that when you die inside your body, it's just reprogramming everything you believe subconsciously to free yourself. Because at the end of the day, everyone has a purpose here. Everybody's purpose isn't the same. Some people's purpose could be spiritual growth. Some people's purpose could be they just love being in the material world. The symptoms of spiritual growth really starts out with a bunch of turmoil. Like, you really face a lot of those things. When you die inside the body, you actually experience all the types of symptoms of death. You feel depression, you feel sad, you feel angry, you want to cry, you feel like you have nobody. All of these things happen because you are growing spiritually. And when you grow spiritually, you are letting go of the things that are of old, the things that are of this world. You let go of the status quo. You let go of the hierarchy. All of those things doesn't matter to you anymore, because all you want to do is focus on yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with material things in this world either, because if it wasn't available to us, then we wouldn't be able to manipulate and manifest those things. And now, when you really understand what the meaning of manifesting is a shift. Like, there's always a shift. Understanding that term of manifesting, you will really be able to understand what the shift is. You start out with the thought, then you start out with some feelings and emotion behind it, and then boom, before you know it, that vibration is there. So the universe will bring whatever we are focused on to us as an opportunity. It's up to us to seal the deal and move on forward with it. That's when the entanglement happens. Understanding the terminology of these words will really help you out throughout your spiritual journey. Like, it's okay to feel those emotions. It's okay to feel down. It's okay to feel depressed. It's when you feel these emotions, what are you going to do about it? Are you just going to stay in a depression state, or are you going to do something to uplift yourself to get out of there? And the easiest way to get yourself out of that funk is just acknowledging where you are spiritually, acknowledging the flaws, acknowledging the things that you possess inside your ego. And when you understand and comprehend the ego, then you will fully be able to ascend in your spiritual journey. And I believe that is one of the most beautiful things ever. You know, there's never been a time in my life that I felt free like the way I am now. Like, I'm so unbothered now. Before, I used to be very angry. I used to be very negative. I used to be very dismissive to a lot of things. But now I really understand why I was feeling the way I was feeling. I accepted it. And once I accepted it, all of those emotions just faded. They haven't faded completely, but they're not that loud voice in my head anymore. The loudest voice in my head is just my higher being. You know, it's just me understanding that I am an infinite being, just like you. That we all are infinite beings. Spiritual growth comes from within. When you start looking at yourself as a source of energy instead of a physical human being, that's when everything will start to materialize for you, the things that you want. You know, it happens all the time. Many people that are successful, they practice these same teachings. They may not sit there and, you know, give you all the answers that you're looking for or say all of these things, but they actually practice these things. Like, you know, I had to think back when I was younger and I played sports. When I played sports, the only thing that mattered at the time was me. How I felt inside. How I felt inside dictated the way I was going to play, whether it was football, basketball, or boxing. So understanding these things will really help you out in the long run. When you die inside the body, it's just meaning that you reprogram everything you believe subconsciously. And once you keep working towards it and working towards it, you will come over that hump. You will come over them negative thoughts. You will come over all that turmoil. Once you accept it for what it is and do something about it to move on, that's when everything will start to really make sense. It will really click. It will really click. You don't even have to be thinking about it at the time either. You might just hear something, or like while you're listening to the radio or watching TV, or it can come in the form of another person that you may know, or a stranger maybe. You know, when you hear these things and it resonates, it will click. That light will click inside your head and it will make you ponder on it, and you will start thinking differently automatically. But you are only going to hear these things when you are ready for it. When you're really ready to accept all the flaws and really ready to accept the way that things work inside this universe, you will flourish. You will be flowing like water. Like, you know, life is all about a flow. You want to be in a flow state. Like, you're always in a flow state. It's just depending on what flow state that you're in. You can dictate that flow state by putting in the internal work. The more internal work that you put in, the less physical things that you have to do. I'll be honest, all of the work that I really do is all internal. I do bare minimum physical work because I already understand that the more internal work that I do, the easier it would be able to materialize whatever it is when I actually put my time into that activity. I'm not sitting there being down or depressed or coming from a space of lack. I have a space of abundance in me only. I have my ego in check. When you actually can get your ego in check and be in harmony with the higher self, there's nothing you can't do. Like, sky's more than the limit. You know, you can do anything. You can accomplish anything. It's just all about how you believe. Do you believe you can do it? If you're on the spiritual journey, yeah, trust me, you do believe it. Whether you understand right now or not, you are facing these emotions. You are facing these symptoms of spiritual growth. If you are going through a lot of turmoil and you're not able to manifest and you're not able to just, you know, flow through life, then you are still on your spiritual journey. And there's nothing wrong with that. Keep growing. Keep taking those steps. Keep doing everything that you're doing to get you to this point. I guarantee you, you will go to that next level within your consciousness. So like I said before, when you die inside your own body, it's just you reprogramming yourself subconsciously and ascending to a higher spiritual being. It's nothing wrong with it. It is something that is very normal during your spiritual journey. Continue to take those steps. You will flourish. Thank you for watching this video. This is Self Development Network. I am your guy, Bink. Until we meet again.